had right off the bat when he spun in turn 1. And now it looks as if he has one of the fastest cars on the racetrack here. Look at this pass.
Pickett now coming to the inside. Remember his bad fortune at the start of this race. He started in the front row, spun out with contact, had to go deep into the pack. The yellow, of course, helped move him up. And now Pickett has worked his way forward. And Scott Sharp, who has won in Detroit the last 2 years. Here's major problems, and this is Paul Gentilozzi. His teammate, De Robinson, is also involved. So suddenly things happening all over the streets of Belle Isle. And Paul Gentilozzi, who was second in the season opener at Long Beach, second in points coming in, experiencing a problem now as he's made contact, and you saw the head or the hood piece flying through the air.
Paul Gentilozzi was right up there in the thick of the battle with Willie T, etc. And now he just loses the car and it's all over. Look what happens here. Oh, man, he was pushed away by one of the Ford Mustangs trying to get down the inside. This is what we've seen all afternoon. When the cars try to get down the inside, it's almost impossible to have enough room, and the inevitable contact happens.
And look at Gentilozzi. He's determined he's going to drive it back to the pit somehow. So Robinson experienced problems, and then his teammate also ends up with this contact as he gets drilled and nails the concrete.
By Wayne Akers. That's who it was. It was difficult to pick out the number there. It happened so fast. But Wayne Akers tried to make that pass. Cars got together. No place for Gentilozzi to go. Makes heavy contact with the inside wall.
Well, here is the Goodyear blimp. Overhead today, sporting the corporate blue and yellow. The Goodyear blimp, stars and stripes. At the controls, Captain Drew Marshall from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, enjoying what is suddenly a wild event on this brand new circuit at Belle Isle. Jack Baldwin is your new leader. Tommy and Bobby Archer second and third. At Belle Isle, we're anticipating the green the next time by. Jack Baldwin is our leader over Tommy Archer. His brother Bobby is third. Wayne Akers and Ron Fellows rounding out the top 5. Now, we get ready for the green flag. Let's go back and take a look at that lead change.
This is up the front straight, right before turn 1. Jack Baldwin, now remember, earlier on we saw he had a dummy run at this, and he almost pulled it off. Knew exactly where Tommy Archer was weak, and he pounced and made the pass. Great move by Jack Baldwin.
We expect that the safety car will duck in to our screen left. It does. We get ready for the green. It's Baldwin on top with a pair of Archers right behind. Look at Willie T. Ribbs making a run for position now as they come down and accept the green flag. Ribbs is in the red number 15. Ron Fellows is right in front of him in car number 4. Fellows, who started 27th, now in the top 5 for the first time today, and he becomes a contender. But right now our attention focused at the front as the Archers challenge, and we keep an eye on the leader, Baldwin. Scott Sharp has had some problems today. He got up into the top 10 after a run from 26th, but he has lost a couple of positions. We're on board with Tommy Archer running in second place behind Jack Baldwin.
Oh, see Baldwin gets sideways under power there, exiting. The car gets a bit sideways. We saw Tommy Archer have that problem earlier on, but now Archer can put the pressure onto Jack Baldwin. I wonder, can the Archer brothers in any way work together here? If Bobby's car is faster, I wonder would Tommy move over and let him through. We'll have to wait and see.
Now let's go down into the pit area. Chris McClure is standing by with a disgruntled Paul Gentilozzi.
Paul Gentilozzi's day has done too much damage to the front of the car. Paul, the incident, what happened? Well, after the yellow, the number 7 car was obviously hurt. He'd run into the barrier, and he was limping along, smoking, dripping fluids. And we were real patient. I waited till there was a straightaway, and I passed him, and I just got ready to start to brake the car, and he hit me from behind. I mean, he had held us up for 3 or 4 laps. He was holding the whole field up. And there was absolutely no reason for him to do that. It was real careless driving.
Paul Gentilozzi, very upset and out of the race.
And the amazing thing about this is that Wayne Akers, who was involved in the incident, continues to run up here among the top 5.
In fact, he's moved back a couple of positions here because Ron Fellows did pass him. Scott Sharp did pass him. Now look at Sharp inside Fellows.
Suddenly, Sharp again is a contender. He is now up there. He has repassed Ron Fellows. So we've got some great scrambling going on here among the front runners as they continue to challenge. It's Baldwin they're chasing. He's in 25, just going through. Then a pair of Archers. Here's Sharp in now the 4th position. So Sharp at his highest vantage point of any time today as Fellows back behind him. And both of these Sharp in 33, and Fellows in number 4 started from the rear of the field. So what an adventure they've had on this new circuit here in the streets of Belle Isle.
And of course, the yellow flag that we had originally did help bunch these pack up. But remember also the 2 Dodge Daytonas, we've seen them be very loose. A lot of wheel spin, sideways driving out of these low-speed corners. That's what Scott Sharp is going to keep his eye on and try and pick an area for him to pounce.
Now here are the leaders. You see the beautiful Scott Fountain in the background on this scenic circuit. But look at this nose-to-tail procession out here. Sharp now trying to make a move on Bobby Archer. He gets by, and Scott Sharp is now up into 3rd place, looking for his 3rd consecutive victory in the Motor City 100. And suddenly he is very much a contender after it looked earlier as if maybe he had used the tires and his day would be won at mid-pack. But that's not the case. His sights set on 2nd, and now he challenges Tommy Archer. They make contact. Sharp with his nose to the guardrail. He had problems like this in Long Beach in the late stages of the race. Loses 3-4 positions, and look at the damage, Derek, to the right front of the car.
Well, he tried to do what Jack Baldwin, his teammate, was able to do earlier on. We can have a look at that in replay. It was up along the front straight into turn 1 again. Scott Sharp thought he could get alongside Archer. In fact, he was a long way alongside him. But Tommy Archer was looking to get away with that. But there wasn't enough room as Tommy Archer squeezed him down. And Scott Sharp then could not get out of the position of trouble that he was in.
Willie T. Ribs was able to get by. Greg Pickett got by. Let's look at the replay.
Here's the run down the pit straight. Now, in fact, he's alongside him. I'm surprised Tommy Archer. I don't think Tommy Archer realized he was in there. Or Bobby Archer. Was it Tommy or Bobby? I got mixed up.
That was Tommy.
That was Tommy. I'm not sure he realized Scott Sharp was alongside him, because I don't think he would have turned in to take the risk to put himself at. But is it all action here or what?
Wow, it's still Baldwin, the leader. You see him, the rear bumper, from the onboard look of Tommy Archer. The battle continues at Belle Isle, and we have got a scorcher going in this one. Who'll get the victory? Well, stick with us from Belle Isle. Battle is for 4th place. We're watching Willie T. Ribs, currently in the 15 car, running 4th, chased by Pickett in number 6 and Sharp in number 33. 2 3-car battles. A 3-car battle at the front, a 3-car battle right behind them for 4th place.
And Scott Sharp is battle scarred with no real damage to the suspension, so he can keep running. And he is now trying to work his way back to get past Greg Pickett. He did make the pass earlier on, but Willie T. Oh, look at Pickett, look down the inside of Willie T.
Pickett right there with his nose in position to challenge, and there's Scott Sharp as well. The scramble